Hello, welcome to Mr. Adelman's math class. I know you're all excited to be here today. And today is extra special exciting because we're discussing first section of chapter 2, inductive reasoning and conjecture. A conjecture is an educated guess based on known information. You probably have seen similar conjectures on standardized tests. Something that they love to put on standardized tests is something like this. This is a conjecture dealing with patterns. They would give you something like this. So they do a square, triangle, and a circle. And then maybe they would give you a square, shaded, and a triangle, shaded. And they would say something like, make a conjecture. Make a conjecture about the next item in the series. So what they expect you to do is take the information you know. The information you know is that you have a square, and then you have a triangle, and then you have a circle. And then the next item is a square that's shaded in. And the next item is a triangle that's shaded in. So your conjecture would be probably a circle that is shaded in. These are questions that they love to have on standardized tests, and you'll see them very, very often. So we will see a little of these types of conjectures dealing with patterns, but what we are going to deal mostly with is geometric conjecture. Geometric conjecture is when they would ask you something like this. What conclusion can you draw from the given information? And then they might ask you to draw an illustration or draw a figure to illustrate. Illustrate. Alright, so an example would be something like this. Ray AB bisects angle DAY. This would be given information. And you would have to come up with some sort of conjecture. But in order to help us get there, we're going to draw an illustration. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw angle D, and I know that A is my vertex, and Y. Okay. So I have angle DAY, and then it's bisected by AB. And we know that when you bisect something, A, of course, is our endpoint, and B is going to be somewhere on the ray. So we have an angled bisector. And how do we know that it's an angled bisector? Well, we know some things. We know that angled bisectors make two congruent angles. And so we have to come up with some sort of conjecture. Now, one conjecture we could make is that we went from one angle to two angles, and that works out just fine, but it's not a very powerful conjecture. What we're looking for is the most helpful conjecture that we can come up with. And we know that this angle is congruent to this angle. So that is the conjecture that we can make from this given information. So I know that angle DAB is congruent to angle BAY. Now this is the type of problem that you will see on your homework. And the difficulty in conjecture is that many people might come up with different conjectures that are just as valid as any other one. So it is actually a really difficult task to take. But what they're looking for you is to be given a set of information and to come up with some sort of information that is not directly said to you. So that is the entire point of geometric conjecture. That concludes our lesson for today, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you again soon.